Hello, love. Welcome home to Eve's Eden. That is a different Eden. That is the fun Eden. This is Love Life with Eve. Thanks for being here with me. So this is the question today. Have you thrown away a good relationship that just didn't meet some of your standards? And you're missing that person and you're like, oh, if only they could have been this, that, and the other, I would have totally kept them. You know, I have a friend who quotes his mother a lot, and his mother was very wise, and one of the things she always said to him was, the secret to friendship is knowing when your rights and privileges end. So think this through for a minute. When we are pushing and trying to get someone to be and do things for us that we really think they should do, and it's not working, or we have these deal breakers. They didn't, my deal breaker, this or that. And then we push the person into something they will not do, cannot do, will never do, or we complain, or we cut them out because we say, that's my deal breaker, they're not meeting my standard of this and that. What if we were to say instead, this is how far this relationship goes. It doesn't go past this point. But I can enjoy all of this room with this person that we do have is enough, and we let go of having to have it all, everything we want with one person. Now I know, the dream of the one person who's everything is so intoxicating. I have the dream too, but I think it really cuts us off from living life fully and enjoying the people that we have in our lives and accepting them. We end up fighting with them and pushing instead. So the thing is, what people usually do when they come up against the limits and boundaries of somebody else, they think they have to compromise to the degree of not getting their own needs met, of going past a deal breaker. For example, I was with somebody who was a long distance relationship, and my deal breaker was that if I didn't see them often enough, I could not be monogamous. I just felt like I was on the shelf and I was wasting my life, and something would just crack inside me. So what I ended up doing was just like, the whole relationship, I was complaining and fussing and pushing for things rather than just going honestly to the person, look, these are the amount of times you got to see me if you want all my devotion, and this is the kind of things we need to engage in. But sorry, I'm sitting on a physio ball. It's like bouncing me. Okay, so and then I can be monogamous if I see you this much, and if not, my boundaries. Those are your rights and privileges end. If you're not there for me enough, I can't be totally devoted to you. So I saw this amazing article in the New York Times this weekend, all about open relationships, and more people are talking about their alternative ways of coming up with something that works, that's honest, rather than affairs that are secretive and that can hurt people in the long run. It's all in the open. But I'm also talking about your friendships just with your neighborhood girlfriend, with your mother, with your children. Where do your rights end? And you need to not overstep those boundaries. If you can figure those out, the things that your child loves to talk to you about and the things they don't, and just really celebrate what you have and respect where they end, then now you're going to have more and more friends. You're going to have much more joy and acceptance. And when you accept their limits, you're also saying to yourself, it's not that I give up on this thing that I'm longing for. I'm just not going to have it with them. So I'm going to find a way to have this other thing, this place they won't go with me, that they won't go to. I'm going to find the person who wants that and nothing more. And their limits and boundaries are something else entirely. Okay. Yes, let's just love with humility what we have, what we're given, the gratitude factor, and like just take the heaviness off. The deal breakers, those are within inside you. You can talk to yourself about it. You know that you can't, if somebody is a narcissist, you can really enjoy their company. They might be charming, they might be funny, you might love their stories, but you're not going to bring your eggs into their basket. Your eggs will go into the basket of the person who you know has this particular carefulness and fidelity with your soul. But with the person who's the wild, crazy, interesting, artistic narcissist, maybe you put your apples in their basket. So we don't put anything in anybody's basket, but we do. That's part of relating, is that you do give your eggs, your apples to each other to carry, to hold. And that's what makes it worth being in friendship. And remember, the Lake Atitlan Tutujil Indians always said that what creates relationship is debt. So if you owe somebody something, if they've given you something and you need to give back to them, it's a great privilege to be allowed to be in debt to somebody, because that creates the flow of, now I'll give to you, next you'll give to me. Thank you for allowing me to fix your roof with your roof fixing party, because when my garden needs tilling, we will come together. Well, we don't have exactly that indigenous lifestyle now, but we tend to be afraid to be indebted to each other, to entrust each other with certain energies. And we should be afraid when one person is the kind of person who smashes eggs and makes omelets, no matter whose eggs they are. Don't put your precious eggs in that basket, come on! But you might just love. The time comes when you need to break open, smash open energy, and they're the ones you bring your eggs to, because you know the limits and the deals of that person's limits and boundaries, and that's what makes you guys such great friends. Okay, much love, darling. Love life. Okay. Love life.